Hey,
Hello.
how's it going?
Hi. How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
You look a lot more awake than I am.
What is it? What time is it there?
3 a.m.
Oh
3
my
a.m.?
goodness, man.
I'm completely blaming you guys because I love Desire that much that I needed to talk to you about
I don't blame you. Thank you.
it. It's Sean from the Rockpit over in Australia. How are you keeping?
Oh,
Great,
everything's
great.
great.
How about yourself?
Really good, really good. I've got to say, what an incredible first two singles as well. They've just resonated, and I just needed to reach out and talk to you both to talk about this magical music you're making.
Oh,
Well,
thank
we
you.
greatly appreciate you taking the time out of your morning, your very, very early morning to talk with us for sure.
I don't mind the 3 o'clock ones because it means I can get back to bed for a couple of hours afterwards.
There you go. I've got a little bit before the sun comes up, right?
Exactly. Well, what I love is finding bands that I've never heard of before that just jolt me into going, wow, I need to hear more of this and find out more about you guys. Count Your Dollars was the first single, which was great, but Desire has just absolutely hit me between the eyes. The vocals on it, the whole melody, just the whole song is just incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're really glad you enjoyed it. We definitely Desire especially was one that when we were in the studio, we felt just special recording that song, and we're excited to get the final mixes back and to now start to get some opinions on it. Has been great, and we're glad that you dug it, and we got some more coming. So hope you're ready for some more.
Fantastic. Well, of course, the album Jukebox Gypsies is out in August on the 11th, which is exciting. I love the artwork that you've been putting together on all these singles as well. But where does this sound come from, you guys? What's been the inspirations and influences you've had from this?
Honestly, it's kind of been like a mesh between the both of us. I think it's a perfect blend of how I grew up and how he grew up. I grew up on country music down south Alabama, and that's just country roots, pure country roots. And then I met him, and
I introduced her to rock and roll music.
all the good stuff.
Yeah, I mean our music. I think our music is us. It's definitely not something. We have a lot of influences. Tedeschi Trucks, Allman Brothers, the Black Crowes, Chris Stapleton. There's a ton of people that we listen to that we draw inspiration from, but we just try to make music that sounds like us and that we like, and we hope other people like it too. That's kind of been it. We try not to think too much about it, just kind of do and see what happens. So.
Well, it's certainly a winning formula. I'm so excited to hear the album and review it because it's going to be a great album. It's a sound that I'm really into, that lovely southern rock with hints of blues and possibly hints of soul as well. It's just something that's really resonating around the world at the moment. Some wonderful bands producing this music. So to sit forward with the 2 tracks you did is a real credit to what you're producing as well. It's great.
Thank you.
It's great. So, second single, Desire. I've got to ask, where does that vocal come from? It's just stunning.
Honestly, that song was kind of bare bones when we brought it into the studio. We had only gone through it with an acoustic guitar, and we built that track with our producer Stephen McNaught, and I guess like you said, the soul in it kind of came alive in the studio. And our producer he's one of the most incredible people that we've been able to and been fortunate enough to work with on this album. And he's such a great teacher as well, to where, I mean, I've been singing my whole life, but I felt like this journey throughout creating this record, I came out of it a better singer because of our creative process in the studio. And that one in particular, and is one of the main reasons why we were really wanting to put it out as a single. It really was a magical moment. I don't really sing like that. I never had before, at least. And we just kind of or like, you know, I've never identified as a pretty singer. I just kind of wail and I sing what I feel, and I hope that the emotion that I'm singing with portrays through the songs. And I feel like with that one in studio, we kind of captured it. Like, it was one of those moments where, I mean, I was shaken when I left the booth. And I looked at Dylan, I was like, I'm proud of that.
It's got so much soul. You can just feel it.
Thank you.
How cool it is. So introduce our Australian readers to and viewers to a bit of where the band came from and how it all formed and how long you've been hanging around together and creating this magical music.
Yeah, it's been a long road. I have been doing this, you know, on the road for you know, close to 10 years now. Different bands, trying different things. I've played in country bands, all kinds of different things. But moved to Nashville around, I think it was like 2017. Tried to put a band together. It fell apart as quickly as it came together, and was fortunate enough to meet Megan, you know, right at the time that was kind of dissolving, and it was, you know, just a chance encounter. We met. We went out on the road together and really enjoyed each other, enjoyed our company, enjoyed creating together, making music. And that's been about 4 years ago now. Since her and I have been pretty much living on the road for, you know, 3 of those years. We were in an RV, us and our dog, Sadie over here, touring, living in it, the whole thing. And this record is kind of just been the story of those 4 years. And like Megan was saying, we've been lucky enough to work with a great production team with Stephen McKnight and Dr. G of AEG Productions. It's been great for us to get to tell our story this way. And we're super excited for people to get to hear it and, you know, hopefully connect with it in their own way.
Brilliant. Hold that thought. I've got a dog crying at the door.
It's okay.
He's probably thinking, what the hell are you doing up at 3 o'clock? They're in. They're all settled down now. I've got this one.
Oh, there's our little baby girl.
Oh, look at that. Oh, there's another 2 on the floor.
Yeah.
Dog-friendly interviews.
We are.
One of them's 45 kilos, so I'm not lifting him up. He's happy down there. So you said been 4 years roughly. How easy has it been for you guys to create music? Does it come naturally, or is it something you have to sit down and really work at?
I feel like for us, like it is something that does come naturally. Dylan handles a lot of the lyricism of most of our music, most all of our music. And I grew up with country music, I feel like my strong suits are more in melodies and more in the way I sing stuff, since I don't really, he thinks songs through a male perspective, and I kind of transform them into a female perspective with a female twist on just melodies and how I would sing them. But it kind of does just come naturally, and working with our producer, it kind of all just fell out pretty easily throughout the recording process.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, I can't remember a single time that I've ever sat down and been like, oh, I'm going to write a song today. It's just it just happens. Words will come and you write them down. If you're lucky enough to capture them when they're there, I think, you can get lucky with that sometimes, but I don't think we put a whole lot of time or thought into it. It's kind of just, when it happens, it happens, and we're thankful when it does.
That's sometimes the best music's when it's just organic. You don't have to sit there and sit around a table trying to force something.
Yeah, we don't really have like, this is how we do it. It just,
it changes with each song, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's a cool way to go. That's awesome.
Keeps us on the edge of our seats.
It does.
Sure.
Yeah, when you're on about your 5th album, then you might have to sit down and scratch the old.
Yeah.
You got to really work for your money then. So you're currently out on tour at the moment, are you?
We are, yes.
Whereabouts are you at the moment?
Mostly, pretty much the entire East Coast of the United States. We just got back from going out west into California. Yeah, pretty much New Hampshire down to the southern tip of Florida for any of our geography fans out there. We're really hoping that some of our new friends in Australia, we may be able to come out there and play one day.
Oh, we'd love to have you out here.
I love that.
Yeah, for now it's mostly the East Coast of the United States. We're on a 17-state, 38-date tour right now.
Wow.
Yeah, just trying to get out there and play for as many people as we can. And we have a blast doing it. We got a great band with us. We got Manning Feldner, Alex Bender, both on guitar, Michael Beckhart on bass, travel with sound guy, Mike Kidd. He's our front of house sound engineer. And we have an intern this summer as well that sells our merch.
Wow.
So it's a second crew that with our dog as well, and we pile in the van. And
hotel rooms are pretty crowded at this point.
Yeah.
Who's drawn the short straw for the dog?
In business.
Oh, well, is there any plans to head to Europe? Because I know this sound, especially the UK, one of my favourite Southern rock bands is a band called Robert John and the Wreck, and they're smashing the UK at the moment.
Yeah, we are hoping. We've had some contact with some agencies over in the UK to try and launch a UK tour. As we know, most of the great rock bands did come from over there. So we're hoping we'll fly across the pond here in a couple months, maybe see how the record does, and who it resonates with the most is who we're trying to reach and who we're trying to come out and play for. Because at the end of the day, we love recording music, but we love playing it even more.
Yeah.
We definitely the live music genre is definitely where we thrive, and every time we play a song, we play it different. We try to keep each other on our toes, keep the crowd on their toes. It's always a good time, and we're thankful for any chance we get to do it anywhere. And it's been a dream of ours to make it over and play in the UK and play in Australia and do the whole European tour, do the whole thing. But we're just we're taking it each day as it comes, and the opportunity presents itself, we'll be on the first plane.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But of course, as you know, Australia's got so many deep rock roots, and it's got a huge country scene as well. So without doubt, the music you're producing is covers so many boxes and ticks so many people's musical likes over here. It would go down a storm.
Awesome.
Yeah, we would love to hear it over there for sure.
Well, we'll do what we can to get your music out to the masses here, because it's wonderful. It deserves to be heard. I'd love to just talk about the name as well. Parker Barrow, the obviously the Bonnie and Clyde connection.
Yeah.
That's when we decided to rename the band when we were putting out our first EP. We wanted to do something that kind of brought us together, and we were thinking about it, and we were thinking about how we're always on the run and we're chasing this thing and we're doing it together, and you were thinking about kindred spirits and all of these things and great words and all this stuff getting thrown out. And finally we just thought about it, like, Bonnie and Clyde, they were always on the run. And, one of the reasons that they're so infamous, famous, whatever it is, the reason that they're talked about is because they did everything together. They were together. It's the love interest in the whole on the run thing. And we're like, we might not be running from the law, but we're running towards something. And, we feel like the way that we've lived has been similar, just kind of, road dogging it, really just living on the road, hot nights, cold nights, the whole thing. And we thought it was cool. It made sense. We kind of had some imagery behind it, and we're like, I don't know. It's, it kind of tells our story in a different way. So that's how we landed on it.
Fantastic. It's a lot better than me thinking that, you'd named it like that because you'd robbed a bank to get some money for a tour.
No illegal activity involved in the name.
Yeah.
And of course, I mentioned earlier the vintage artwork looks spectacular as well. It's beautifully put together, and we can only wish you all the best. And we're going to be keeping an eye out for the album release on August the 11th, which is great.
Absolutely. We're excited for it to be out there. We've been working on this album, it seems like our whole life. And they always say you got your whole life to make the first one and 6 months to make the next one. Yeah. So we're hoping that this one.
Have you got an online merch store? Is there places that this album can be purchased internationally?
It will be. Once the album's released, it'll be available in all Amazon stores, and then we'll also have it available on our website as well.
Excellent. Well, what we'll do when we know nearer the time, we'll get all the links up on our site so people can indulge.
Absolutely.
I'd just love to finish with a couple of general questions, if I can, just for a bit of fun. My first one's my restaurant question. If you could have 3 musical guests, dead or alive, to join you for a bit of dinner, who would you have?
Well, number one, absolutely John Bonham. No doubt about it. That's like top. Honestly, number 2 would probably Robert Plant.
Yeah.
And 3
Jimmy Page.
Well, you might need 4.
Probably Chris Robinson. Yeah. John Bonham, Robert Plant, Chris Robinson.
Mine would probably be Susan Tedeschi, Janis Joplin, and Robert Plant as well.
Yeah.
We'll have to get a 7-seater table and or an 8-seater table.
Yeah,
you only need a 7-seater because Robert's on there for both of you. So in a world where we get sucked into listening to playlists a lot, what would you say is the last album you listened to each of you?
American Heartbreak by Zach Bryan.
Yeah, that's she has put some miles in listening to some Zach Bryan lately.
Yeah.
But
I am excited to hear Chris Stapleton's new album as well. But
I've not heard it yet.
I think it comes out in November, but the Zach Bryan album, 32 songs, I've listened to all of them back to back to back.
I've not listened to that yet either, so I should be giving that a spin. Obviously not now because I'm going to go back to bed, but
right. It takes you a minute. It's like 2-hour long album.
Yeah.
Well, that might put me about right for work when I get up for work.
There you go.
Easiest question I always save to last. If you could be credited with writing any song ever written, what song would you choose?
Man, it's tough. There's a lot of lyrics that I hear that I'm like, man, I really wish that one would have been put into my brain first. But
we honestly have these, like when we're on our 10, 12, or this weekend 24-hour drives, where we bring up these conversations, and we've always talked about like it's objective. There's so many great songs by so many great artists that it's like it's really hard to pick the best one.
Yeah,
it's like picking the best guitar player. Can't do it.
And it changes every day.
Right, it does.
It does.
Yeah. So
you're not getting out of it.
I think if I have to pick, maybe "Thorn in My Pride," the Black Crowes.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Turn the page.
Yeah.
That might be one for me.
Bob Seger.
Bob Seger.
Oh, what a great track. I love that song.
That one hits me in the soul.
Yeah.
For sure.
I had some Bob Seger on the other evening. Fantastic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Can't go wrong.
Can't.
Listen, guys, thanks so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to chat to us. We really are excited to hear new music that really hits the soul, and yours certainly does that. So I'm looking forward to people in Australia getting hold of your new album when it comes out and loving it as much as I'm loving the first 2 tracks.
Thank you.
We
hope so too.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate you. We thank you for all your help, and hope you keep listening and stay in touch. We'd love to hear what you think.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm now probably not going to go to bed again. I'm going to probably just listen to some more of your music and stay up for the rest of the day.
Gotcha. Well, we'll send you a sneak peek of something if you're going to stay up.
Oh, that'd be magical. That'll be magical. Well, thanks ever so much for your time. You have a great remaining part of the tour, and we hope to get to see you down here at some point eventually. But yeah, we just wish you all the best.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate you.
No worries.
All right.
Have a good one.